Welcome. My name is Given Illustrative, and this is Millennial Pillars. Now, I've been having a thought, right, about the fact that the world has changed as a result of the COVID-19 lockdowns and quarantines that have been happening around the world. The way that we do business, the way that we do relationships, the way that we engage with almost anything. But it's made me wonder, are we entering a new era of technology where everyone is beginning to be connected even more online? Now, we've had this discussion before, and I really would like to re-emphasize it. We, for the longest time, human beings have been slowly moving towards a more online connected society where we've lost a lot of skills, right, in terms of socializing. There's a lot that we've lost as a result of us becoming more online, being more digitized, existing more on social media platforms than we do in the real world. So if I go out on the street today and I find some random millennial and I just begin to have a conversation with them about, in retrospect that is, about all the games that I used to play as a child, way back when television in itself had not even dominated the mind of the average teenager or the average, 12 to 13-year-old. So back then, me and my friends used to run into the fields, run around catching butterflies, crabs, snakes, yes, fish, and actually looking and seeking for adventure. We used to play with bricks and turn them into cars. We used to use mud and mold it into these little homes and turn it into villages. We used to use our creative ability to whatever extent, and we used to try our best to find something new to do on a daily basis. And you want to know why we never struggled with obesity and all those stuff? Now, I'm not saying issues of obesity did not exist in my childhood when I was in between the ages of 10, 15 and 19. I'm not trying to say it didn't exist, but where I grew up, it was much easier for you to find a child who's more in love with the ability to use their hands to create a fun experience rather than having to use a mobile device, which is what we do nowadays. That's where we've come. So I've been concerned and I've been thinking about this. Are we moving into an era that is so technological because of what COVID has done, right? Has it accelerated us towards a time, like very fast, towards a time where we lack the appreciation of the outdoors, lack the appreciation of using our imagination, right, to create things, to have fun and to socialize in contexts where these devices do not even exist. Now, you might be thinking that this conversation has been dealt with before, right? This conversation has been done, and you might not see a reason and a need because, you've become a person who uses these devices on a regular basis, and you don't know what it means to live and to exist in the freedom where they do not exist, where the devices themselves do not exist. So I'll make a bit of an example for you, right? I am approaching my 30s. I'm 29 right now, and I honestly speaking, I can spend an entire day on my phone or on my laptop, or switching between the two, just entertaining myself with mobile games and entertaining myself with Netflix or whatever, or YouTube, just watching YouTube videos as you are right now. And that is the modern world, right? A lot of people have, without realizing it and without noticing it, they've become very isolated beings, and they've begun to enjoy time alone. And for those who are extroverts, extroverts will always exist in the world, but now there's also the fact that even extroverted individuals who like being in those social circles have begun to close themselves in. And it does raise an alarm. It does raise the question, are we being accelerated into a time where we appreciate social circles even less than we were in the past few years? Because we're living in an era where depression and anxiety has risen as a result of people being more focused on platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and etc. Now, that's the question I want to leave with you today. Have you been accelerated faster into a world where you have begun to appreciate the ability to sit and create with your own hands, the ability to create your own experiences, the ability to go outside and actually enjoy the outdoors? Has that been taken away from you? Or is it being taken away from you? Are we going to become a people that exists indoors and love each other through screens? Or are we going to do whatever we can to accelerate our way back to what we were once, way back, way back, right? And that's the thought I want to leave with you today. We're going to expand more on this conversation, so don't worry, this is just the introduction. With that said, my name is Given Illustrative. This is Millennial Pillars. Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, and definitely engage with me in the comment section. I'll catch you next week. Peace.